Hey guys, hope you're doing well. It's about 5:30 now. I'm actually battening down the hatches a little bit. It's getting ready to storm, pretty heavy tonight. So we'll make sure I went ahead and got everything kind of secure in the yard and on my truck. So I'm putting all my equipment inside the garage. With the storms coming in tonight, it's supposed to be getting a lot of rain and wind and thunder and lightning, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so I did a clip, guys, and y'all see it right after this. It was a walkthrough of a potential customer's yard. And by the way, I did get the customer. We'll talk about that here in a second. For that, I'll let you know, I had an hour-long meeting from 4 to 5 with my general contractor, Jason, and the civil engineer that will be on the case, Blake. Him and his firm are going to be doing all the work associated with the land itself and the different types of buildings, and there's a lot of things that go into it. It's not going to be cheap either, so regardless of how much it costs, which obviously, like I said, it's not going to be cheap, I told them we'll go ahead and do things right, because I will be most likely doing things in stages, right? So I ain't going to build out the entire property, 4 acres, right away with the things I want to do with it. So I'll be doing it in stages. So the way I want to do it, we'll always be able to come back to it and not have to redo stuff and start over from scratch with all the preliminary, drawings and civil engineering work they have to do. So I'm going to do one complex draft, so to speak, that we can always come back to in the future as I build out this property. So that's what I told him. That's what I want to do. Obviously, I'm concerned about the cost, and that's something that I'm aware of, but not really at the same time. I just want to do it right and get it over with. I don't want to have to worry about it in the future when I come back to continue to build it out throughout the years. But anyway, hey, listen, the walkthrough. So I just got done talking with him when I was driving back, and he's good with 60. We agreed to 60 a cut for the mowing and 65 for the spraying. So I mentioned in the clip itself that, there's a couple criteria that I'm really looking for. Number one being density. Is it in my density for new customers? I'm being very selective. And number two, are they going to let me mow and spray? Those are very critical in terms of the new customers I pick up, because like I said before, I'm really not looking to really grow the mowing side of things, but they're going to be in my route density where I'm have the most customers in a small area. And if they're going to let me do both mowing and spraying, that's those are two things I'm really looking at. In this case, obviously that's going to be the case. He seems like a really nice guy. Should be pretty easy to work for and all that kind of stuff. So looking forward to get started there. I told him to go ahead and plan a treatment this week, because they do have a lot of weeds in the yard, as you'll see shortly. But anyway, so that's good. And by the way, I did break, and I told him that I did break the top slat while I was closing the gate. It was old and brittle, so I was just trying to pull it together, get the latch, and sure enough, it broke. So midway through that clip, you'll notice me fumbling around with the camera and trying to close the gate. I was trying to learn my lesson. I should have just waited till I got done with my clip itself, or the clip itself, to close it, but I was trying to close it, and in the process, I pulled a little too hard and snapped the top of the fence post. So I told him about that and let him know that I'd take care of it. Probably get a kick out of it when you hear it or see it, happen and whatnot. But anyway, hope y'all had a great day, guys. Hope you enjoyed the clip, and let me know if you got any questions, comments, any of that kind of stuff. God bless you. Talk to you later. Hey guys, here now at a potential customer's yard, house. I talked to him yesterday. They got my name and information off my website. If you're relatively established, definitely recommend a website. I've gotten a lot of customers from mine. You get a lot of calls about various things, and this time of year especially, you're going to get a lot of calls from people looking to have their yard taken care of. So I think I've said before, y'all, I'm really not looking to grow the mowing side of things, but I'm looking for customers that fit this description of what I'm wanting, right? Because I already have so many, and like I said before, the land and all that, I'm looking at doing different things. So I'm really looking to kind of eventually not phase out completely, but do less mowing and more profitable services. That makes sense. So I'm being very selective. So a couple things. Number one, this fits in terms of my density. Okay, like I literally have in this area and 4 or 5 mile radius. In this particular area of Auburn, I've got probably 50 customers. So that's number one. It fits into my area where I have, you know, a very dense amount of customers. That makes sense. So that's the most important thing, really, is the area that it's in. And actually, I have some townhomes in this particular street right down the road here. But again, this general vicinity, 4 or 5 mile radius, have a bunch. I have a whole lot of customers. So that's point number one. And point number two is not only do they want me to mow, they also want me to do the treatments. As you can see, a lot of weeds. That's a poana. Looks like it's got some fescue mixed in, but a lot of broadleaf weeds. So yeah, I could definitely use treatments and fertilization for sure. Again, I'm in the backyard right now. The backyard's a little bit bigger than the front. We'll go up to the front yard here in a minute. I'll show you. So yeah, that's two things. You know, they're in my density where I have a lot of customers already in a particular area. Number two, they want me to do the treatment. So those are two things I'm really looking for if I'm going to be picking up new customers. I want them preferably to be doing both things, right? So that makes them a valuable customer for me. So those are two big things I'm looking at, okay? So as you can see, pretty good, decent sized backyard. Yeah, I mean, it'll be pretty simple in the back. You know, we can run over pretty quick. It's got a double gate. You know, that's something you gotta look for. Can the mower that you're using get in a double gate? And I'll be able to get my lasers in here with a 60-inch cut, no problem. So they said they're not necessarily, they don't care about me bagging or not. So that's obviously a big deal. He don't care about me bagging. So I'll probably just use the laser Z in the back. I could probably do the same thing in the front, but yeah, maybe one of those deals where I'll need to bag it. It's got some pretty small areas in the front, close to, you know, some neighbors' houses, so I don't want to be blowing debris in other people's yards. So I may end up bagging the front area. But yeah, pretty simple. He was telling me over the phone, give me an idea how big it was. And just based on what he was telling me, I told him around $60, you know, to cut it. And probably, since I've had a good look at it, probably gonna be about 65 to 70 to treat it. And I always tend to give people a good deal if they're gonna let me do both, right? If they're gonna let me mow and do a treatment, I'll give them a good deal. So yeah, this gives you an idea of what I'm gonna be charging. Here's the front side. They're in a cul-de-sac. So here's one side of it. Not very big. The backyard's a little bit bigger than the front, for sure. Well, let's go around here. I feel kind of funny. They're not here. I just talked to them. So, oh man, damn it. Crap. Damn it. I'm gonna have to fix that. It's a gate. I'll do that later. Hold on a minute. But anyway, yeah, he sounds like he's gonna let me do it for sure. So let's come over to the front. He was fine with me film. I let him know that I'd be doing a video. So walking around the front, y'all probably end up having to bag it. They're in the cul-de-sac. Like I said, they got some customers close by. So I don't want to be mowing and blowing debris in people's yards, right? I don't know if you get a good look side over here. Yeah, you can see it definitely going to help it doing the treatments, getting these weeds under control. So yeah, y'all, this is it. You see, not too big. Seemed really nice over the phone, so I think I'll get it just based on my conversation. I'll probably do 60 for the mowing and 65 for the treatments, is what I'm thinking now. Not very big at all in the front, pretty good size in the back, but it won't take that long. As you see, they got a lot of weeds in the beds over here, not a whole lot of bushes. So obviously I can handle the bushes if they ever want the bushes trimmed up a little bit. But yeah, something we do, guys, I tell my full-time customers I'll spray the beds for them in terms of Roundup, spraying the weeds in the beds and the cracks and the curbs. Stuff like that, something we do for free. But anyway, yeah, I think it's the ideal candidate for me to pick up a new yard. Yeah, hopefully I'll get it. I'll call him. He's going to call me back if he gets done playing some golf, and we'll talk about some of the things I noticed and give him an official price. That makes sense. But anyway, hope this is helpful. This is how I kind of do things whenever I'm looking over a new yard. Certain things I look for, that sort of thing. But yeah, hope you're all doing well, y'all. Talk to you soon.